What is it about mecha games that gets the blood pumping? Is it fast-paced gameplay, power fantasies, cool designs, customization? No. Clearly it's all about that pilot boarding sequence and those good jiggle physics.
Oh yeah!
Jokes aside though, I have really enjoyed playing Mecha Break's closed alpha and open beta. There have definitely been some balance improvements that have taken place from the closed alpha to the open beta. However, I do feel there seems to be a lot more to do. Some mechas, such as Falcon, seem to be lacking significantly in the health department. Although I understand the core concept of them being a light attacker and thus having lower health, it shouldn't take 2 charged sniper shots from Narakumi to basically send you hurtling towards the earth in a big old ball of flame. Likewise, on the opposite spectrum, Elysinus has some bullshit to its name too. Being able to hurl off its armor and have a basically second health bar when it's only a medium attacker type really does frustrate me beyond belief. I'm certainly no developer, but I know balance in a game is difficult to achieve. Hell, I say this as someone who decided to main Stego and ended up MVP 19 times from the moment I started playing them. This isn't to say that the game isn't fun. It truly is at its core a third-person hero shooter with semi-auto aim. Despite what others have said, such as Mood in his An Honest Review of Mecha Break video.
Starting off with the mechanics, we have the much too boring and simplified auto-aim system. I understand that it's part of the mech piloting fantasy, but this does not have to be normalized. It essentially removes a whole entire layer of skill from the shooter part of the actual game.
I'd argue that an auto-aim system is a required mechanic in these style of games due to the directionality of movement. Does it dumb it down a little? Yeah, sure. That's what makes it a little more accessible to those who aren't hardcore into competitive games. Mecha is already a very small niche, so in order to appeal to a wider range of players, things do need to be a little easier to play. I don't believe it takes away from the complexity of the game, though there are a couple of turret style mech that don't have the range of motion to keep up with some of the dashes and dodges of melee or flight style breakers. It evens the playing field a little bit. When it comes to the game modes, I wish they had have included the match-mat game type, as it was a lot more fun in the closed alpha. Endless 6v6 game modes made tactics feel a little less important. Almost no one in the game seems to focus on the objective, whether it be their vision of King of the Hill game style, push, payload, escort game types, or my least favorite, the best 2 of 3 arena style game mode. It was nice that there was some variety. I often found after playing one game type, I was more often than not thrust back into the same mode, giving me a serious Silent Night, Deadly Night moment.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Customization of the mecha also felt a little subpar with their mod parts, lacking in substantially changing your choice mech into a more custom playstyle. Just slap on some pieces to have a 2 to 3% increase in one area and subsequent downgrade in another for some sort of quasi-balancing act. It's a nice addition, but ultimately ineffective at truly enhancing the experience of the game. Painting your mecha is a breeze, and there were plenty of cool attempts at reimagining Gundams based on paint jobs. Character creation is absolutely unhinged and honestly just the funniest memes that could ever be created for a character. However, many tried to stick to Asuka and Rei from Evangelion as kind of their main character choices. I saw them at least several different times throughout the beta. The combat and movement feels weighty and proper for 15-meter metal suits without being burdensome, which I found a lot of mecha games do struggle with. Just please, no more stun lock melee that literally tears through your health in a matter of seconds with no escape from their combo hell. Compared to Gundam Evo's connection issues, hard-to-bear monetization policy, and lack of care to a beloved franchise, Mecha Break takes a lot of what's good about a hero shooter and incorporates only the best parts of super mecha champions with some aesthetic and weight of Armored Core for what I feel is likely to be the best competitive mecha shooter to date. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you try watching this one right here? Yeah, give it a click. Give it a watch. You can do it. It'll be good. Promise.